Silence of the night, a strange unease hung over the small town. On the surface, everything seemed ordinary, dim lights glowing through windows, the distant barking of dogs, and the old clock striking every passing hour. Yet, the air carried something unusual, something restless. 12-year-old Aslan lay awake in his room, unable to sleep. For days now, he had felt strange changes stirring within him. Sometimes he thought a glow burned behind his eyes, sometimes faint smoke curled from his hands, and sometimes his breath carried a heat far too intense to be normal. He had hidden these secrets deep within himself, terrified that if he told anyone, they would call him a liar, or worse, insane. That night, as the wind howled and thunder drew closer, Aslan sneezed. But it was no ordinary sneeze. A spark of light burst out, followed by a tiny flame. His eyes widened in horror as a black scorch mark appeared on the wall. His heart pounded so hard it threatened to break his ribs. "What's happening to me?" he whispered to himself. At that moment, a shadow moved outside his window. At first, he thought it was just a tree swaying, but then he saw something descending from the sky. The heavy beat of wings filled the air, and then a colossal golden eye appeared at the window, glowing in the dark. The glass rattled as a deep voice echoed. "At last, you are awake." Aslan stumbled back, falling to the floor. The door swung open and his mother rushed in. "Aslan, are you okay?" "I heard," but before she could finish, a thunderous roar shook the room. From the sky, a massive dragon descended. Its scales glistened in the moonlight, each breath scattering embers into the air. Aslan's mother screamed and pulled her son into her arms. But the dragon did not attack. Its gaze was fixed solely on Aslan. Once again, the voice rumbled like the earth itself. "My heir, the time has come for you to learn the truth. You are not just human, you are of dragon blood." Aslan trembled. "No, that can't be true, I'm just an ordinary boy." The dragon lowered its head until its hot breath shook the walls of the room. "No, Aslan, in your veins flows the fire that can melt mountains. And tonight, your trial begins." Lightning cracked, the windows shattered, and the townsfolk rushed outside, staring at the sky in terror. None could understand why a colossal shadow loomed over their peaceful town. But one thing was clear, something extraordinary had just begun. The next morning, sunlight spilled through the window, but Tyler's eyes were already open. All night he had dreamed of fire, of wings thundering overhead, of dragons roaring in the distance. The scorch marks from his fiery sneeze still stained the walls of his room. His mother entered quietly, her eyes heavy with worry, as though she hadn't slept at all. She placed a hand on his shoulder. "Son, don't go to school today. The dragons outside, they haven't left. They're still searching for you." Tyler lowered his gaze. "But Mom, why would they come for me? I'm just human, or maybe I'm not." The window rattled violently as a shadow passed across the roof. The massive form of a golden dragon. Its eyes burned like molten coals. The door didn't knock. It shattered. 3 dragons stood outside, cloaked in human form. Their garments shimmered like woven starlight, yet their presence carried an ancient, raw power. At the front stood a dragoness, her hair blazing like fire itself. She fixed her gaze on Tyler and spoke. "At last, we found you." Tyler stepped back. "Why do you want me?" Her reply was a thunderous growl. "Because you are not just human. Dragon fire runs in your veins. You are an heir of dragons." Tears welled in his mother's eyes. "Tyler, I tried to keep you hidden, but the truth can't be buried anymore. Your father, he wasn't human. He was one of them." Tyler's heart pounded. His world tilted. School, homework, a normal life. It all suddenly felt like a fragile lie. The golden dragon descended from the sky, landing with a quake that shattered the windows. In a voice that shook the earth, it declared, "Time is short. The enemy is near. We must take you before the war begins." Tyler's chest burned as if fire clawed its way out. For the first time, he realized the power was his own. And with that power, the life he once knew would never return. The story doesn't truly end here, but the choice is yours. Do you want us to continue this journey? If you'd like to see what happens next, let us know in the comments. If you ask for it, we'll bring you part 3 and part 4.